I appreciate the testimony from the witnesses, and I appreciate you coming all this way and reading your script the way that she did. I think that was really, it was wonderful to see that, so thank you for coming to testify. I'm not going to be able to support this bill today, and I have essentially just philosophically believed that this needs to be regulated at a higher level. I think having 400 plus different regulations for autonomous vehicles, I see it as being akin to a lot of other things that we want to have the locus of the regulation be at a higher level, like broadband, which is also on all sorts of streets, digging into streets in order to put the broadband in, but we don't allow local governments to have a lot of regulations about what happens in that area, because we see it as something that is a benefit that we want to promote, as similar with 5G and some other things. And I think it's true what the opposition said, that essentially there would be ways to ban. Cities could figure out how to close off their city from allowing autonomous vehicles to go into them, and I don't think that furthers our purposes. And to the safety point, I think that there are some very legitimate safety points about fire departments and an autonomous vehicle sitting on a fire hose and no firefighter being able to move it, but I would like all of that to be dealt with in every community, not just the community that had that fire department where that happened or has that preschool, or all of the different safety concerns we have, which are legitimate and serious, but I think they need to be applied uniformly across the state. So I wanted to express verbally the reasons for my opposition and say thank you for considering that.
Senator Dodd.
Yeah, like a couple other bills tonight, I listened to the testimony and making my decision on the fly here. I think this is a very difficult, bill. I associate my comments with Senator Blakespear, although I take a different, tack. Well, I'm very concerned that 400 cities are going to be making these decisions. But I'm not really that concerned about it today or for the next 5 years, because I think the companies have fallen a little bit short in working with communities to, you see what's happened in San Francisco. It's been a comedy of errors in many respects. And, but I have a great deal of confidence in Senator Cortese and his ability to work this bill and to work with the proponents and the opponents, of this bill as this bill advances. I'm going to support it today, but I'm really looking for a program that, as technology improves, that we don't have 400 cities that over 5 years have totally stifled innovations that we need and want in our communities. This technology is incredibly important. You've heard from the witnesses, in opposition. I have a lot of agreement with what they said, but I will support this bill today to allow the author to work this as we move forward.
Thank you, Senator Cortese. This is a really important bill. I want to make sure, along the lines of what Senator Dodd mentioned, that you're committed to making sure that we don't ban vehicles in cities. And I understand that you're amenable to making sure that we don't ban them, but that we regulate them, which is perfectly appropriate. Of course, regulation can strangle it such that a regulation may effectively ban the vehicle. So can you address that for me, please? Indeed, that is my second point, is that we not have a patchwork of regulations. And in terms of regulations, as you mentioned, drop-off points and other regulations to ensure sort of the flow of traffic, that's all appropriate. A regulation says you may not go over 5 miles an hour effectively bans the AV.
Right.
So, and I don't know where you draw the line. But I'm asking you, before this comes to the floor, or certainly before it gets to the governor's desk, should it proceed that far, to have clearer definitions, or at least standards, so that we can look at it and be assured that we're not going to basically either ban or we're going to create such a difficult situation that it's a de facto ban. So